Alright, hey, what is good, gentlemen? It's your boy, Jushua316. I just got done watching the Marvels. Alright, after sitting with it for a bit, I think we're ready to do a review based on these categories right here. We'll tally up the score and then give our final thoughts. Let's get right into it, man. Alright, y'all know how we do. Alright, so we start off with storytelling. In terms of the storytelling, the Marvels did an alright job at it. They had a few plot lines that had mild interest to me, and they expanded on them well enough, in my opinion. I think a plot point that I would have liked more expansion on, though, would have been with the Skrulls. I feel we've spent a lot of time with them recently, but there was one moment in this movie where I actually felt something for them, in terms of how they are refugees everywhere they go, to the point where they have nowhere else to go. And I think that's one little moment in the movie that if they wanted to spend more time on it, I wouldn't have been upset. As for the overall story, the plot wasn't horrible. The villain could have been better, but had alright intentions, so I think it's fair to give the Marvel storytelling a solid 7. As for watchability and enjoyment, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought it would. I feel they listened to the heavy complaint that at least I had, and I know a couple people had, about the first movie, which was that it had little action and the story was pretty boring. And in this movie, they made it so the action was actually pretty fun and the story was a lot better, in my opinion. The comedy was actually pretty funny to me. I laughed at a couple things. However, that is where one of my gripes about this movie come in, because Nick Fury is simply a comedian in this film, which does not align with his character from Secret Invasion whatsoever. Other than that, I enjoyed the movie very much, and I would actually give it a 9 for watchability. Alright, so on to the message. The message of this movie is actually a little tougher to come up with, but here we go. In my interpretation, the message for the Marvels would be coming to terms with your past. The reason I say this is because if we look at the central character, Carol Danvers, she has to look back on her past, such as events like Monica's mom dying, the fact that she was absent from Earth for so many years, and an action she made is what actually causes the villain of this movie to seek revenge. But in the end, she comes to terms with her past and fixes pretty much everything. This was a bit tougher for the message, considering we have 3 main leads, but for Carol solely, that's the message I would give. The score that I'm going to be giving the message is going to be a 7. Alright, so spoiler alert. If you do not want spoilers, look at the timestamps in the description and skip ahead so nothing is spoiled for you. Alright, getting to the post-credit scene. It is crazy, bro. This is probably the best post-credit scene we've had in all of Phase 4 and 5. So, Monica wakes up in an alternate reality that she already got trapped in. She sees her mother, she gets all teary and stuff, starts crying. But then we see freaking Beast from the X-Men, bro. He walks in and he starts talking about different realities and stuff, and bro, it's amazing. Monica's mom in this universe is a superhero named Binary, and this is like the first post-credit scene that genuinely has had me so excited in a while and heavily looking forward to the future. In my opinion, the post-credit scene is easily a 10. Alright, after wrapping up all of this information and tallying up the scores, we got a total of 82.5% for the Marvels. That is a lot better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty good. An 8 out of 10 pretty much. Not bad for the sequel, which leads me to a question I'm sure a lot of people have. Is the Marvels better than Captain Marvel? My answer is easily, bro. So easily. This movie is a lot better than Captain Marvel. And I'm not gonna lie, that's very heavily due to Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau. But nonetheless, I think Captain Marvel was a lot better in this movie than she was in her solo movie. Will I be watching this movie a second time? Probably not on my free time. Maybe for the post-credit scene, but other than that, you know, it's not a movie that I think on my free time I will be watching, at least by myself. With a third party, second party, maybe, probably, but on my free time, probably not. However, an 8 out of 10 for our score, that's pretty good, alright? So, go watch this movie. I think it's worth your time. Don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, man. You know we keep it real over here. It's been your boy, Drusho316. Thank you for watching, man. Like, subscribe. I'll see y'all soon. I'm gone.